What's up, team? So, I'm Coach Troy, and today I want to go over with you guys the basic fundamentals of strength and conditioning.
One shot, now the future is yours. Go! Yeah, I was building on a lecture. Verses coming daily under pressure. Working on the plot and the scheme. The true stock trademark is at the edge of your dreams. I'm talking one shot for the kill. The breeze cut, freeze up, straight dropping the chills. I'm talking taking over pieces and shares. A bomb break sky high. Check the movement is here. Yeah. It's one heart, one shot. Now the future is yours. Go.
So, strength and conditioning defined as a whole involves structured and systematic exercise programs that are going to be designed to improve various physical attributes, i.e. including strength, power, speed, endurance, and flexibility. These programs are tailored to enhance the overall athletic performance and physical fitness of all athletes. Within strength and conditioning, you have four key components that we're going to discuss. The first one that we're going to discuss is obviously strength training. What does that entail? This right here focuses on increasing muscle strength through resistance exercises such as weightlifting, body weight exercises, as well as resistance band exercises. So we need to increase that, team. We got to do some strength training. The second component or key component in this concept is going to be conditioning, right? It's called strength and conditioning. This conditioning portion enhances cardiovascular response and muscular endurance. So enhances cardiovascular and muscular endurance through activities such as running, cycling, swimming, and circuit training. Now, I'm not telling you to do long bouts of this, but there are different modalities within these exercise activities that we could do. We could do sprints. We could do sprints of different sorts. We could do a high intensity workout, Tabata within this. So it's not just long, slow distances that we're doing, but high impactful training evolutions within the strength and the conditioning portion. The third modality or concept that we're going to discuss is mobility and flexibility. So what does mobility discuss? Mobility is going to be the joint space. So what is the range of motion through a joint? Flexibility is going to deal with tissue. So soft tissue, that's going to be your muscle, tendons, ligaments, and things like that. And how much are they able to stretch and get back to their home state? How are we going to increase this? This is going to involve stretching and mobility exercises to improve the range of motion. And this also reduces the possibility of injuries when we start focusing on these things. The last and final component of this four key components is going to be recovery and nutrition, team. We can't get better. We can't grow. We can't get faster, stronger, any of those things if we're not focusing on recovery and nutrition. This right here emphasizes the importance of rest, recovery modalities such as stretching, massage, cold plunge, sauna. All of those different great modalities or recovery units is what I call them to enhance your training. And obviously proper nutrition with the support of physical training is going to just push you over the top. Now you might ask, why are these components so key? Why are they the top four? Well, when you think about it, I go in the gym and I break muscle down. That's all I do when I go in the gym is I tear muscle apart, I put this stress load on my body. So with that, the gym is causing the strength training and the conditioning to occur. I put added stressors on them. So I'm going to need to stretch to allow more expansion of that muscle tissue, all your different tissues. I need to create better range of motion so that I can stay in the gym, I can stay healthy, I can continue to work out. Movement is medicine. So if I'm injured because I'm not working on flexibility and mobility, then how am I going to stay in training to make sure that I am physically capable of performing the evolutions that are brought upon me? And nutrition, we have to get nutrition and we have to get rest, right? So like I said, training, we break muscle tissue down. Rest and recovery is when we start to fill and rejuvenate everything. So if I'm not getting in the proper micro and macronutrients from my diet, then I'm not going to ever increase my muscle mass. If I'm not getting the right amount of protein in, then how's the muscle going to enhance? I always tell people it's like if you're on the interstate and it's a whole bunch of potholes and it just keeps getting a pothole and you never come back over with Florida Department of transportation never comes over and patches those things up, i.e. the patching up or the cement that they put down is more protein, and that's your body. So then if you don't have protein, then it just keeps weathering away, and now that pothole becomes an entire hole all the way through the road. So you have to increase your protein so that we can suffice the training that we're able to do and see massive body composition enhancements, all right? So that's our 4 key components. Some other important concepts in strength and conditioning, or other important aspects of strength and conditioning that we're going to talk about, is just your overall improved performance. For athletes, strength and conditioning programs are crucial for enhancing sports performance by increasing power, speed, agility, and endurance, like we stated previously. The second portion in this is going to be injury prevention, and that's why we really try to focus on strength and conditioning to aid with injury prevention. Can that track athlete sustain running at that speed for that amount of time without being injured? And hopefully your training, your strength and conditioning, put your body in an adequate amount of preparation that you can tolerate that exercise or that day-to-day function that you're trying to do. So, strength training is able to strengthen muscles, tendons, and ligaments to help protect the body from injuries during physical activities. It also is improving the flexibility and mobility that also contribute to the reduction of injury, i.e. we're trying to stay into this fight, man. We're not trying to be injured. The third portion or property that we're going to talk about in this strength and conditioning, of importance of strength and conditioning, is going to be better body composition. We all want lean muscle tissue. We don't want an excess of fat on our bodies, right? So regular strength training helps build lean muscle mass, while conditioning exercise aid in a reduction of body fat and lead to a healthier body composition. Now, the one thing I kind of want to finagle or twist around right there is I don't want you thinking that just the conditioning or the cardio is what's going to cause the body fat reduction. I believe that high bouts of strength training increase lean muscle tissue, which then disintegrate fat tissue. That's with or without high bouts of conditioning as far as long distance conditioning. Again, when we're talking about conditioning, we're talking about explosive bouts right now. We're not talking about any LSD, long slow distance or long slow duration. We're talking about high intense bouts of conditioning that are going to increase the heart rate, that are going to have a muscular response as well, that help facilitate new genesis, right? Or genesis, bodies redeveloping. Cool. Number 4 in this topic right here is enhanced daily function. So strength and conditioning exercises improve overall physical fitness, which make everyday activities a lot easier and more efficient. So just your day-to-day functions, that's what we're talking about. Day-to-day functions are going to be able to be done at a lot faster and better rate. You're not going to be in pain as much. You're going to be able to knock these out the park each and every time. Good to go. And our last and final one is going to be our mental health benefits. Guys, a lot of people go to the gym just for mental health benefits, and you might be like, what does that mean? Well, I'm stressed out, I'm frustrated, I come in here, I grab this bar, and I just push all my pain away. I squat all my pain away. And these hormones that are going through this cycle with me are releasing so many different, or my body's releasing so many different hormones, and one of them just being these endorphins that are just releasing and causing me to have this free spirit of happiness. I know it may seem fairy tale-ish or Peter Pan-ish, but this is a true statement, team. Your body has these natural hormones and catecholamines that are just pushed out after we're training. We were just talking about this. You never feel bad after a training session, but you always feel bad if you miss that training session. So let's just get up and start the process and battle me on that you don't feel better after leaving that training session. Even if you're sore, you're going to feel so much better, all right? So here go a little bit more of the benefits of strength and conditioning for overall fitness. So the number 1 is increased strength and muscle mass, right? Increased strength, increased muscle mass. More muscle tissue is going to cause you to have a better metabolism, right? Increased metabolism because those muscles need more blood. Blood carries heat. Heat carries thermogenesis, which causes you to sweat and burn. And now I have more metabolic burning. Good to go? So that's what we think about when we talk about that. Number 2 is going to be improved cardiovascular health. So conditioning exercises enhance cardiovascular endurance, and this leads to a healthier heart and more efficient circulatory system. We need that blood flow, y'all. keeping your good pipes clean. We need to have this blood flow so that the blood and nutrients in the blood can get to the tissues, help repair and grow the body to what we want it to grow and look like. The third one in this section is going to be better metabolic health. Regular physical activity, including strength and conditioning, helps regulate blood sugar levels. This is going to improve insulin sensitivity and support weight management. So improving insulin sensitivity is just how does my body receive carbohydrates and how does it break it down? Is it shuttling out to the tissues immediately? Is it storing it as glycogen in the liver? Is it posting it as fat? So just trying to figure out how the body's metabolic system is going to work is how we're going to increase this. So, or that's what happens. Regular physical activity is going to increase your blood sugar levels. So how's the body receiving carbohydrates? So that's what we're trying to do. We're going to increase that metabolic rate by increasing our lean muscle tissue, and that in turn will cause our metabolism to be a little faster. Number 4 is going to be enhanced flexibility and mobility. Stretching and mobilizing exercises improve the range of motion in joints and reduce stiffness, improving overall health and the quality of movements. So team, let's just start stretching. Let's start stretching, let's start getting those massages regularly. Let's go through mobilizing joints. So when we're talking mobility, we're talking joints. We're talking about stretching, we're talking about muscles and tendons for the most part. All right. Boosted bone density is number 5. Weight-bearing exercises in strength training help increase bone density. Why? Because if I'm putting this added weight on my body's like, hey, I don't want to feel weak again. I need to be able to push you back up so that you can stand up when you load this bar with 200 pounds. I need to be able to press this bar off of me. I need to be able to pull myself up. So all of these resistance exercises are going to increase your bone density because your bones don't want to be weak. And weight-bearing exercises and strength training programs help increase bone density and reduce the risk of osteoporosis and fractures. So if you're a runner, runners are like, oh, I don't want to lift too much weights. Well, you have to do some form of strength training because now you're going to start seeing stress fractures in the legs because your legs aren't used to that compact bouncing. So you need to squat. Your body needs to feel that. Your central nervous system needs to have a response to that type of load. And how are you going to get it? Weight training. Number 6, a greater functional fitness. So strength training improves overall physical capabilities, making it easier to perform your everyday activities like we've been discussing. And this reduces the risk of falls, because falls, we see that in older population. Falls cause someone to be sometimes all the way out of life. You know, that slip and fall in the kitchen when you broke your hip and then 2 months later you hear that grandma passed away. Why? Because her quality of life diminished. She broke her hip, she wasn't mobile, she didn't have the muscle around there to be able to withstand that injury, so now she can't move. Muscles create joint actions. Joint actions create locomotion or kinesthetics, movement. So if I have weak muscles, then it's going to be painful to make joints work. So then my quality of life sucks because I don't want to be in pain to get up out the seat, to get up out the chair, to go for a walk. So now I just sit, and sedentary is the new age smoking team. It is one of the highest forms of morbidity in the world right now. So that's what we're trying to avoid right now. So I just believe that if you start incorporating strength and conditioning practices into your regular fitness routine, you, my friend, can experience significant improvements in your physical health, athletic performance, and your overall well-being. So as a whole, I hope you guys take this information, you receive it, and you start thinking about implementing a lot of these different qualities underneath the strength and conditioning modality or umbrella. Don't just think strength training, don't just think conditioning, don't just think one section. Remember what we're trying to do here. We're trying to focus on muscular strength, muscular endurance, muscular flexibility, power, speed, all of these different qualities. So don't just box yourself in when it comes to strength and conditioning. Use all of the different modalities, hit these key concepts that we're focusing on, and I promise you, you will see better results and you will be a lot happier. I'm Coach Troy. I hope you learned something today. Check me out.
LABB, who we running with? Yeah, 2233, I'm on 10 again.